When Mount Vesuvius erupted back in 79 AD, the city of Pompeii never stood a chance. A hail of molten rock and ash rained down on this fairly well-to-do town, and though most of the people managed to get out before the worst of it, there were some that were not so lucky. Most of the buildings were at least partially demolished, and anything that was left was covered in about 5 meters of dust. Today, it is the second most visited attraction in all of Italy, and it was next up on our route. We were continuing our tour from Herculaneum, a city just north of here that met the same fate, and you can check that video out by hitting the links in the description below. It's an easy train ride from one site to another, and in about an hour, we had arrived.
Okay, we are now at Pompeii. Start our little journey. So, Pompeii is huge. It's what, 174 acres, and it's on top of a hill with views of mountains all around. I don't know if you can make all that out back there, but you can tell it was a really pretty fancy place, probably back in the day. Tons of column work. It looked like this whole plaza here was lined with columns and statues and stuff. And we haven't even gotten to the cool stuff yet.
About a third of the buildings here on site are accessible, with the others being protected until they can be better preserved. This place has been a popular destination for almost 300 years, and as such, it's seen a lot of wear and tear, and an unfortunate amount of vandalism. So most of the major artifacts and the plaster casts are behind locked gates, just big enough to squeeze a camera through. These plaster casts were made from molds the ash shells formed around whatever or whoever it covered. And when archaeologists created these forms, they were stunned by how many details they were able to make out. We have learned a lot about Roman culture from these people, this city, and the others in the area. There were public baths and meeting squares, a huge amphitheater, and tons of temples littered around the place. Not to mention the houses of several families for you to explore.
So it looks like these were all little houses, all one right after the other. And this was a big city. Looks like it just got decimated. And Lauren's sad.
It's not as sad as the last place.
It's because you haven't seen the bodies yet.
Those are bodies back there.
So many people here. The place is huge though, so it doesn't feel too crowded, but it is sort of crowded. But really, there's no way we're going to be able to walk this whole place.
This was a pretty typical town too. There are only a couple of major monuments here, one of which is the massive amphitheater.
This is the Colosseum in Pompeii. Really impressive. That's all I got to say about that. No, actually, this is really cool. This is the Colosseum in Pompeii, and it's really cool to think about, what used to go on down in here. It's a big pit. I'm not sure exactly how many people it would have held, but a lot. Nowhere near as much as the Colosseum, but still, Pompeii was a big city. It's on 174 acres. It's taking us hours and hours to walk all of this, and we're still not going to see all of it. So they would have had all kinds of entertainment in here. This area is, I don't know, maybe half the size of a football field.
Among the other noteworthy discoveries were the erotic artworks in various buildings around the site, most of which were hidden away and rediscovered several times throughout history, as the free-spirited Roman culture clashed hard with the incoming Christian morals. Tickets to Pompeii are €19, or less if you're an EU citizen, and the site is open every day except for Mondays, from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can find out more by visiting their website below. It's definitely worth taking your time as you go through here, but you're gonna be here a while if you want to see it all.
So Pompeii has been amazing. It's this huge city. It's got a coliseum, villas, all sorts of different stuff. It's 174 acres. But if what you're really interested in seeing is the bodies and stuff, definitely would recommend going to the Herculaneum. The bodies there are like really well preserved and it's easy to see. Just you know what kind of scenario it was for them and what kind of situation it was for them when everything happened, when Mount Vesuvius erupted. But if you're looking to see what life was like in a big city when all that happened, Pompeii is the way to go. This place is huge, and there's all kinds of different structures here. The Acropolis, Coliseum, villas. You can tell different levels of wealth within the entire community based off the buildings and the artwork inside some of these places. They had big courtyards and stuff full of giant columns and things, and there was temples and stuff everywhere. So hope we've done a good job of showing all that, because this place is enormous. So my recommendation is when you get here, get one of these little maps they give you out at the beginning and plan your walk through this place. That'll help you save some time. Oh my God, so much walking today. But we did the Herculaneum, Pompeii. We were gonna do Mount Vesuvius, but there just wasn't time. So I think it's possible to do all three of those things in one day, but you really gotta plan for it. Some of them close earlier than others. Pompeii stays open the latest. Looked like today at least, Mount Vesuvius closed at like 3:30, and Herculaneum closes about the same time. So we did that first, and we should have done Mount Vesuvius next and then Pompeii, but that's a long day. So if you're planning on going to Naples and checking all this out, make sure to plan it well and buy the express train tickets, because they'll get you here in an hour from Rome if you're coming from Rome. Other than that, it was a great day. Worn out, ready for some dinner and bed.
If you like this video and you want to see more of them, then hit that like button and subscribe. And share this video with all of your friends. That is the best way to help our channel continue to grow. Or if you'd like to support us more directly, then join us over on Patreon. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and have a great week.